Hey guys, Vash the Bear Jew here, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. It's something that I've kind of thought about dabbling in before, but never really knew exactly when would be a good time to do it. But I think I've officially figured out um, a pretty good place to start off. And what I'm talking about is I want to be, I want to do some predictions for some of the WWE pay-per-views that are going to be coming up. Of course, this will be a two-parter because we've got two big ones coming up. We've got NXT TakeOver Dallas that'll be happening this week, and then also we've got WrestleMania 32 that's happening this weekend. So, what I want to do, since TakeOver starts first, I want to start with NXT TakeOver Dallas. This may look a little weird because, as you can see over here, I've got all the matches and stuff wrote down. I don't exactly have them memorized. But anyways, um, over on NXT TakeOver Dallas' side, which, if you ask me, they've got the better signing card than WrestleMania 32. I know that's pretty much the general consensus with pretty much everyone, but I really do believe that they've got the better card going on for them. So let's go ahead and get started. Looks like the first match I've got wrote down here is Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin. First off, before I even make a prediction for this, can I talk about how awesome it is that we've got Austin Aries over in NXT now? Just with all the big names we've got down there, we've got Apollo Cruz, Sami Zayn, which he's soon going to be an all now, Shinsuke Nakamura. We've got just a big old list of names that are down there, and of course, we're definitely going to be getting more soon. It's like NXT is officially taken over as what people would envision the top indie company being looking like. But anyways, obviously it's Austin Aries' debut match with WWE. Austin Aries is easily going to pick up the win here, and I think what's going to happen is, or at least what I'm hoping, is that Austin Aries is going to lock Baron Corbin in the last chancery. Is that what he calls it? Yeah, his submission maneuver. I think he's going to lock him in that and make him tap out. So, yeah, first matchup, Austin Aries is going to pick up the win. Second on the agenda that I've got here is the Revival versus American Alpha for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Why couldn't they have made this like a triple threat tag team match? Could you imagine how awesome that would have been? You know, the Revival will have to defend against both American Alpha and Enzo and Cass. First off, I'm kind of pissed that Enzo and Cass are not the NXT Tag Team Champions right now. I seriously thought they were going to pick it up at whenever they challenged for them last, but you've seen how that went, and it pissed me the hell off. But either way, as much as I hate to say it, because I absolutely love American Alpha, I really do believe that the Revival is going to pick up this win. And my main reasoning for that is a lot of the times whenever you start up rivalries between either two teams or just two wrestlers in general that's over a championship, 9 times out of 10, whenever that rivalry starts off, you're not going to have the person or the challengers pick up the titles on the first match. So what I think is there's going to be about maybe a series of 3 matches between the two teams, and then American Alpha is going to pick it up on the third match. But as of NXT TakeOver Dallas, I think the Revival is going to walk away with it. Next up, we have Apollo Cruz versus Elias Samson, and to me, it's kind of a throwaway match. I mean, I get it, Apollo Cruz, he was U-Haul Nation over in the indie scene, but I don't know, there's just something about him that I feel like he's just basically another, like, Bobby Lashley or Ezekiel Jackson clone. Maybe a little bit better than both of those, but overall, I just don't care for him. I do have down here that I believe that Elias Samson is going to pick up the victory, just because they've been trying to invest some time in him, and they probably want to give him a big name victory over someone down over in NXT, and it just seems like a pretty good setup for me if that's what they're trying to do. If Apollo Cruz does win, it's not going to be the end of the world to me. It's understandable, but that's just my opinion, and that's pretty much all this is. It's a big old prediction of just my opinions. Next up, we have the show stealer. That's going to be, if you ask me, out of both events, this is probably going to be the best match out of both, out of TakeOver Dallas and WrestleMania 32. Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Are you kidding me with this match, WWE? Come on, you're doing Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That match could easily be on WrestleMania 32. I mean, I get it. It's Shinsuke's debut, but for God's sakes, that is... But either way, I've got the winner being fans first off. Anyone who's a wrestling fan, they're going to enjoy this match. But in the end, I do have Shinsuke picking up the win on this. Sami Zayn's about to be moving up onto the main roster, and of course he's part of WrestleMania 32. I'll get into that in the next video. But, it's Shinsuke's debut. They're going to want to have him have a strong showing in his first match. I don't know of very many times where someone has made a debut anywhere and not win, if that makes any sense. Especially whenever it's big-time names like Shinsuke Nakamura. Of course, he's AJPW, exactly like AJ Styles was. That's where he came from. Either way, moving on to the next match, we've got Bayley versus Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. I do have Asuka picking up the victory in this one. I really do feel like Bayley is about to be moving on to the main roster. And of course that'll set up for a bunch of stuff later on down the line with her and the other 4 horsewomen. So, and plus I do believe it's about time that Asuka kind of picks up as kind of the mainstay face of the women's division down in NXT. So what better way to do that than to pick up the victory over Bayley for the NXT Women's Championship. Plus, Asuka's gonna kill you. Asuka's gonna kill you. Seriously, I wouldn't want to step in the ring with her. She'd kick my fucking head off. And then last, but certainly not least, we've got Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. It's going to be a hell of a match. That's definitely for sure. Of course, if you pay attention to any of the rumor sites or anything like that, it's almost guaranteed that Samoa Joe is going to be picking up the victory here to become the NXT champion. There was a story a while back where they were talking about whether it ended up being Samoa Joe or Sami Zayn picking up the victory in their 2 out of 3 falls match to determine number 1 contender. Whoever won that match was going to go on to take over Dallas and then win the championship over there, and then whoever lost that match was going to be moving up to the main roster. Obviously, Sami Zayn moved up to the main roster, so that's one part of that story basically set in stone as being right. So I really do believe that Samoa Joe is going to be picking up the victory here, and then maybe they're going to have a couple of back and forth matches afterwards with the championship on the line, but I don't think Finn Balor will pick it back up because I believe that he's about to be moving up to the main roster, and he'll be moving up there to form Balor Club along with the soon-to-debut Gallows and Anderson. So it's going to be fun whenever they show up on the main roster, but yeah, it's about time that Finn Balor's NXT Championship reign is coming to an end. So, again, just to kind of cap off everything, Austin Aries over Baron Corbin, the Revival over American Alpha for the NXT Tag Team Championship, Elias Samson over Cruz, Nakamura over Zayn, Asuka over Bayley, and Joe over Balor. I do thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next prediction video where we'll talk about WrestleMania 32. See you around, guys.